call. I don't know where you arguing. So maybe you're the problem.
What the problem?
You should check yourself.
Jeez.
You know what the thing is? You know what the most recurring theme is for 90 Day Fiancé? The most recurring theme is being a narcissist, right? Someone having those narcissistic traits. It seems to always be a borderline thing each time we watch 90 Day Fiancé. There's always somebody from each season. And if there isn't just one person, there's more than one person. And when it comes to 90 Day Fiancé UK, Marcy takes the award for those narcissistic traits. Because here's the thing. First and foremost, in this episode, she starts off complaining about how she's unhappy with the food. And to be fair, respectfully for I understand, because Mike keeps buying flipping chicken and chips and fish and chips and burgers and chips. And to be honest with you, they are greasy for the most part. And to be honest with you, the more middle class and lower you go for those kind of food, the more greasy it is. Trust me, I know, because I've been to places where it's a bit higher class. And for some reason, the grease is minimal. That's the way the world works. Think about that. But either way, though, she's already complaining about the food. All right, no worries. Complaining about the weather. Okay, cool. No worries. Then also complaining about how she's home alone. Okay, cool. No worries. But here's the thing, though. Out of all these things she keeps complaining about, Micah keeps suggesting and giving her ideas. So why don't you go to this place? Why don't you go to that place? She's always got a reason of why she cannot do certain things. It is absolutely freaking jarring because you can see Michael is clearly trying to help her adapt to the UK lifestyle. But for herself in particular, she's just saying no. No, 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 no. So Marcy decided to have a brilliant idea. She was like, you know what? I'm going to ring someone that understands me. She rings her sister, as you saw. And instead of hearing the words that she wanted to hear, her sister said to her, but have you ever thought about the fact that you could be the problem? And then this is where the narcissistic kind of trait comes in place. Her sister tells her this, and what does Marcy do? Disagrees. She's like, I thought my sister would understand me. She doesn't want to hear any criticism. She doesn't want to hear anything that pins the blame on herself. But the fact is, though, Marcy, you got to look at yourself in this situation. Because in reality, no one can sit here and say that Michael has not tried to help you. He has tried, but you haven't tried a single goddamn thing. All you do is complain, complain, complain. And here's the thing, even if she had met a guy in Kenya and she was living in Kenya and that guy gave her everything that she wanted, she would still find something to moan about because she's just one of those people, if you dig what I'm saying. But here's the thing, though. The fact that she's unwilling to acknowledge it, that's when you're like, okay, cool, you're definitely self-centered because you don't even want to acknowledge yourself. Accountability doesn't exist in your brain. But hey, continue.
But you just want to give up after the first hurdle.
I've not said I'm giving up. I'm just telling you how I feel.
You have said you're giving up because you said you don't want to get married.
No, stop shouting.
You're the one shouting.
I'm not shouting. I'm just.
I mean, to be honest with you, Michael's got a very good point here. You're the one who's talking about giving up. You're the one who's talking about leaving and potentially not getting married. So you are giving up, 100%. I feel sorry for him. I really do feel sorry for him because we know that he has tried so hard. I mean, look at it this way. He had to save up so much money to be able to send to her. You know, so much money for the wedding. He even had to go there and even had to kill an animal, something that he's never done before. And all of the things that he has done has shown how much he's invested in being with Marcy. Now, don't get me wrong. There was the part where he did actually was meant to go and see Marcy one time, but then he ended up leaving her. Well, he ended up not turning up at the airport. There was that one time, right, when he had like second thoughts, which I understand why, because Marcy's a very on enough person. You just don't know whether you're coming or going. So now I know why he did that the first time. But of course, the second time he went there, took his son there. I think his dad went there too. They got the whole traditional marriage going on, the whole shebang. All right, and he had to fork up so much money. He had to work extra hours, extra job. Okay, this man has literally made sure that this whole thing has happened, that their whole relationship was a possibility. And now now they're in that position where he's made it. All Marcy wants to do is be ungrateful for all the hard efforts he has made. Now, I'm not saying they have an issue based on her being grateful to all of his hard efforts. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, no matter what he does, she doesn't want to see it. No matter what he does, she wants to complain. No matter what he does, there's always more. Like, goddamn.
Just telling you how I feel. You're fucking not understanding me. How I feel.
If we don't get married, there is no future for us, is there? That means you go home. So that means you are giving up.
It's crazy because her whole defense is about, you're not understanding how I feel. Well, that doesn't make sense because if he didn't understand how you felt, then why would he always be suggesting for you to go out and do certain things so you don't feel lonely? So you can, you know, get more used to the UK culture. You know what though? I'll tell you this now, right? A relationship does not work if we're only understanding how one person feels. People forget that a relationship is a teamwork. The whole idea of a relationship is to be with someone that you can go to war with, not go war against. Marcy's whole thing is all about going to war against Michael. Because at the end of the day, when Michael talks, he always references we. When Marcy talks, she goes, you. See the difference? Just those little things aren't really little things. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just process that real quick.
I just think I feel everything. You say you don't even get married to me.
I fucking understand.
What, you gonna go back to Kenya?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, then go fucking go out the door then.
You say you don't fucking even listen. You're just not understanding anything. Fuck you.
Oh boy, heated. But listen, you guys let me know what you're thinking, because like I said before, for me myself in particular, the more and more I watch their relationship, and the more I see Marcy on screen, the more I just get this vibe of just narcissism, you know, because at the end of the day, Michael does not, he can never have the right answer for her, and that's the grand scheme of it. She has demanded so many things, you know. She said that obviously I want a man who's going to provide for me, but I'm not going to cook for him. I want a man who's going to provide for me, but I'm not going to clean for him. I want all of these things, but I'm not going to lift a single finger. Ah, boy. I mean, I can tell you this now. Marcy has been a great representation of Kenyan women, right? And I've got to stress that she's been a great representative of Kenyan women, because I do not want this stereotype of where people are saying she's representing African women, okay? Because remember, Africa is a continent. It's not a country, okay? Every country in the African continent has different types of people, different vibes of people, different languages, okay? Different complexions. Don't get it twisted. People always out here generalizing all Africans is one. Nah, we ain't all the same. We're all different. Okay, you come to the southern border, you see how different we are. You go to the western border, you see how different they are. You go to the north, to the east, in between all them kind of things, you see how different we are, if you dig what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I'm definitely not going to generalize all Kenyan women, you know what I'm saying? But Marcy needs to check herself, because right now she continues to wreck herself, and most importantly, she continues to ruin her relationship with Michael, that if anything, Michael's worked so hard to make happen more than she has. Somebody please tell me one thing that she has contributed to this relationship. One thing that we have witnessed Marcy contribute to this relationship. Well, I guess if I keep waiting, we'll be forever, right? Because I can tell you this now, I can't tell you one thing. I can tell you several things that Michael has. In fact, I've already told you throughout this whole bloody video the things he's already done. This woman still wants to complain. Still unhappy. So ungrateful. Now is the nerve to be shouting and then swearing? Talk about entitlement. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.